Hello and welcome to another finals video. In this video we're going to be ranking the 5 best and 5 worst gadgets in the finals. Starting with number 5 of the worst is the flashbang. Man, I don't recall anybody using this thing and much less actually getting a kill with it. When people do use it, not only are you flashing the enemies, but you're flashing your teammates and quite possibly yourself. So it's one of those things that you pick if you come from a Call of Duty background, a Battlefield or something like that. You know, like you don't know better. It's like, oh, a flashbang. Oh, yeah. So you pick that and then you hope for the best. But the finals doesn't really work that way. It's a little harder to use. It's very situational, and for that reason I don't think it's good at all. It's terrible. Let's move on to the next one. Number 4, tracking dart. Yeah, I can see how the tracking dart can be attractive to a player or to a newer player to use. Like, yeah, you track him, you hit him with it, cool, you can see wherever he's at, you can chase him. But for me personally, the time that you spend trying to track, you could just spend shooting at him. I don't understand why you just want to dart him. I just don't see the need to do track and dart when there's better options out there like proximity sensors or sonar grenades. I feel like proximity or sonars can just get more people and cover a range. Track and dart, I guess if you're scared of an opponent and you want to track him down, I guess you can do that, but for that reason, in my opinion, it's at number 4. So now let's move on to number 3 of the worst. It's the frag grenade. To be honest, there's nothing really bad about the grenade. The thing is, it's just basic, right? And there's only one grenade that you can hold, whereas before in previous seasons you were able to have 2. I don't know why they ever nerfed it. It didn't need it, but it's just a grenade, and I feel like there's other gadgets that bring more value than just a grenade, and you have to pinpoint that grenade for it to do any sort of value or damage. It's just there's better options out there like gas grenade or pyro grenades. It's just better damage and just better overall. With that, let's move on to the next one. Number 2 of the worst is the APS turret. I mean, look at this. Like, look at this. It's so sad looking. It doesn't cover a wide range. It gets destroyed very easily. Low health. It's just for projectiles. It's something that belongs in another game. Nobody uses it. I'm sure it has good value in certain situations, especially when you're trying to steal a cash out and there's like C4s and like nades and all that coming around. But I feel like at a high level, APS turret is just a waste of a gadget, and it can work in like lower end lobbies, like lower elo. Other than that, it's just an APS turret. It has a small range. That's my gripe with it. If it was a bigger range, I would use it more. It would be meta, I would say. Maybe for a style of play of trying to get the cash out late, maybe for that style of play, but that's not the majority of players, so for that reason it's at number 2. But let's go to the next one, and at number 1 of the worst, the absolute worst gadget in all the finals, in my opinion, is the breach. My goodness, what can you say about this? Everything bad. Every time somebody's used it on me, it never blinds me, and every time I've used it on someone, it never blinds them. Like and the hole that it creates, the breach that it creates, it's marginally, it's small. It's smaller than a C4. I feel like the buff should be to increase the explosion area, the damage to the wall or surface or whatever, and give it more of a flash. Like, even if they're turned around to the flash, I feel like it should just flash them. Like, I feel like that's the powerful thing about the breach drill and what would make it better than a flashbang in my opinion. But I don't know, maybe that's just me being weird. I just think it's the worst gadget of the finals. A flashbang would be better than that, to be honest, because you could throw it willfully wherever you want. A breach drill, people can just run away and scatter like ants. But yeah, the new season 7 gadget breach drill, it's not the best compared to the other medium and light gadgets that were received. This is definitely the worst of the season and the worst in the finals, in my opinion. But that completes the worst gadgets in the finals. Now let's move on to the best gadgets in the finals. At number 5, I picked RPG. The RPG is a heavy second weapon. Basically, it's an extension of themselves. Without it, you can't take advantage of a fight initially. It's great for splash damage, especially if the team is bunched up in a group. You're able to land that and just take full advantage of the amount of damage that it does when they're all together. You know, given that your light does the job of finishing the kills. Not only are you able to set the tone with the RPG when you first start a fight, but you can also use it to destroy structures, obviously, especially when you're trying to stall. If you're underneath the floor, you can just blow it down, right? It's not a one-use weapon, but because of that, I put it at number 5 for the best gadgets in the finals. But right now, let's move on to the 4th best gadget in the finals. In my opinion, it's still a heavy gadget, and it's the dome sheet. The dome is super important, especially in high-level lobbies, because if you're able to land the dome and place it in a spot where people are going to be, you're able to take advantage of the dome protect yourself while you're shooting at the enemy. It's more important than the RPG in my opinion, just because the RPG is selfish, right? But the dome, everybody can use it. If your medium is with you, he can benefit from it as well. You have some protection, and you have advantage if you're able to hit some shots while being protected from the dome. It usually turns the tide of the match now with Winch Claw being such a dominant specialization for the heavy. Heavies now throw the dome, they Winch Claw a player into their dome, they're pretty much instantly dead, and it's pretty much over. Nobody can help them, you can't shoot them inside their dome, so it's pretty much over for the opposite team. And for that reason, in my opinion, Dome Shield is at number 4. Now at number 3 for the best gadgets in the finals, I have to say the defib. The defib is the most important gadget for the medium by far. Without it, you're basically at a disadvantage fighting any other team that has a medium with a defib. And trust me, I have seen mediums in World Tour, not really in rank, but World Tour, that do not have a defib, and it like drives me insane. The defib can turn the tide of a match pretty drastically, especially if it's a 1v1 situation and you're the medium and you're able to defib your heavy to help you finish off a 1v1 and not just take it into your own hands. It is huge just securing that fight, securing the cash out, whatever it is. Even with the nerf recently that they gave it from 0.8 to 1 second of like preparation time and activation, the defib is still like the most important to just keep everybody alive and just being able to help each other out to finish a fight. And for that reason, I put the defib at number 3. Now at number 2 for the best gadgets in the finals, we're gonna go to the light, and it's gonna be the H+ Infuser. You know how many times I've beamed the heavy, I push the heavy, try to ape him, and all of a sudden they're full health while I'm over here maybe half health from the battle I have with the heavy, and all of a sudden the heavy just diffs me, even though he didn't really diff me. It's just he just got healed instantly, and that's what the H+ Infuser does. It basically resets the fight, especially if the opposite line, the other team, does not have an H+ Infuser. It's a big disadvantage because it's by far the best healing weapon, better than the heal beam of the medium, better than the heal emitter, just because of how fast it heals. But the H+ Infuser, especially on a heavy, it just resets the heavy even from like 1 HP close to like full HP, which is insane. That's all I have to say for the H+ Infuser. It's just great. It's the best healing weapon, and healing is always good in the finals. For that reason, I put it at number 2. Last but not least, the best gadget in the finals, and it's a combination. It's gonna be a 2 for 1 because like you can't use one or without the other. I know some of you guys are gonna hate me, but you guys know it's true. The smoke / thermal vision. I mean, do I need to say much about this? How many times have you lost a cash out to smoke being in the cash out, being stolen, and you're still getting shot through it? You can't see nothing, and it's pretty much cooked. There's nothing you can do against it unless you yourself have thermal vision, but if you're playing as a heavy or medium, you're pretty much done. You can't dissipate smokes easily at all. The only thing that dissipates it is a frag grenade, and nobody carries those for the reasons I mentioned earlier. But yeah, if you run smokes and thermal, screw you, honestly. But you're honestly smart for just abusing it because it's the best gadget combination in the game, and with it you're probably gonna have a good game. You're probably gonna have high elims, and I hope that if you're using this, I hope you stop. But if you don't, I understand. It makes it fun, and not for anybody else, but just for you. Anyways, I don't gotta say much about the smoke / thermal vision. That's pretty much it on that. The best one. Those are the 5 best and 5 worst gadgets in the finals. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like, subscribe, comment what you think are the best gadgets and the worst gadgets in the finals. Give me your list down below. But that's it for the video. Till next time.